Maybe it's the connection that I experience here. Just being able to talk to people all over the world, find out how their life is going. It's definitely the service. I love the service of uplifting others and, bringing others like a good vibe and putting good thoughts into your head and good feelings into your body. Like, that's always a good thing. Yeah, it's joy, it's peace. So, yeah. Hi, how's it going? What's up? Thanks for being here. I have my blessing and divination cards and my tarot cards as usual. I can do some readings. I don't have to do some readings. I'll be here for somewhere between 30 minutes and an hour. Just got here, so vibing, listening to my heart, letting every cell in my body feel good. I picture speaking affirmations like I'm surrounded by friends and family that truly support me. When you're like speaking into existence, you're feeling something, like what's actually happening? What's actually happening is I'm alone in a room in a house. But the experience you're having in this moment, from my understanding of the human experience, is that the experience I'm having in this moment is a result of the thoughts I've been thinking, the feelings I've been having, the actions I've been taking. So if I can choose to think new thoughts, I can have new feelings also, and I can be the one that's in command of that energy. It's so powerful. One of my favorite quotes from Eleanor Roosevelt is, "No one can make you feel inferior without your consent." If you're sensitive to energy, if you're tuned into vibrations like I am, when someone doesn't like my hair, I can feel it. When someone has an opinion like, oh, she should try a different hairstyle, I literally, like, they think that thought, they might not even be conscious that they're thinking that thought, but I feel it, right? But no one can make me feel inferior without my consent. No one can make me feel like I should have a different hairstyle without my consent, right? I just choose to think the thought I want to think, choose to feel the feeling I want to feel. And it is so much practice, it is so much patience with yourself to have that type of awareness when you can be aware of what you're thinking in the moment, what you're feeling in the moment, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Second day being 15, I'm enjoying it. I love it. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Alright, I just want to say that this might be the last stream I can be in for 2 months. Wow. Wow. Well, I'm glad you're here right now. Ravers in the 90s look like this. Okay. Hi, Saha. Hi, Corey. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Joni. I want to pick one of these cards from the Namaste Blessing and Divination cards. I want to pick one of these. If you would like me to pick one of these cards for you, just let me know in the comments. But I'm going to pick one for the collective right now. I'm going to pick this one. These cards have like art on them. Ooh, you're visiting your mom in a different state and you can't bring the device you're on right now. If you love freedom, you would love this thing that I learned. I don't even remember where I got this from, but can you close the door? Nick. Nick. He didn't hear me. Nick. Can you close the door? Thank you. You don't have to visit your mom. You get to. I don't know if you would like that mindset, but I notice that like I feel more happiness when I'm like saying I get to do stuff instead of I have to. Because I don't know, I'm someone that I don't like that feeling of feeling like trapped or feeling like I have to do stuff and I don't have a choice, right? It's like I get to. I get to go visit my mom. I mean, you don't have to talk like that if you don't want to, but you get to talk like that. I say it when I see it because I know that it helps me a lot. Nick, close the door. Are you happy every day? Honestly, I try my best to not bring my emotions into my identity. So, I mean, sometimes like I do have a mind saying like I'm happy, and I listen to it and I'm like, all right, cool, beautiful, wonderful, love that. But I feel that the way I've been taught to speak about my emotions is incorrect in relationship to the way I actually experience them. Experience emotion as like an energy that's present in my body and it eventually does like move on. I don't know where it goes, but it goes, you know. It flows in, it flows out. So it would honestly be kind of like identifying with with never mind, I'm not gonna say that. But anyway, oh my gosh, I love my brain. But yeah, I would never like I very rarely find myself saying like when I want to talk about my feelings, I'll just like talk about them without saying like I am my feelings, like just like I feel or there's this energy inside me. Like I describe it in a very different way than I hear anybody else describing it. Just like being in touch with what's actually happening and like wanting to really feel the words that I'm saying. Do you play Roblox? No. Hi, Crystal. Hi, Dan. Is it okay to want to be alone some days? I don't know because I don't know you. I don't know your life. I don't know. I don't know. It depends on who you are, really. Is it okay for me to want to be alone some days? Yeah. Because I know myself, so I can decide that for myself. And I know that's a question that you got to decide for yourself, I think. That's a good song, Corey. But yeah, I was about to read this card that I picked out of this Namaste deck. Namaste is an ancient Sanskrit blessing, greeting, and salutation. It means I honor the spirit in you, which is also in me. Pretty intimate words to say, I think, but this is the blessing of faith. This is for my whole collective, my collective that's here right now. That's like every one of you, so that's you. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. Yeah. A blessing of faith. The universe is asking, will you be faithful and true to yourself? Do you really know yourself? How is the experience of life when you're like in touch with yourself? Like, how would you describe that experience? Being in touch with myself is definitely going to be different than what it feels like when you're in touch with yourself, but like, and I think myself can be so many different versions of self. So I would say like my favorite self, that's like the language I've been using lately. My favorite self, oh my gosh. It's hard to pick a favorite. Maybe there's like a couple different forms of myself, but I like myself when my heart is singing. My heart is like humming right now. And she's like, you're listening to me, you're listening to me. And there's this vibration that I get from my heart that I turn into words and I'll say those words. And I know that my heart expands and feels really big when she gets to like speak, you know? And surprisingly, my mind is like okay with like being in the background, which like I wouldn't think so because yeah, I just wouldn't think so. But yeah, let me read the rest of this and then I will maybe read the chat. We'll see. But I do want to read the rest of this for sure. So, the rest of the message for the entire collective, for everybody that's here right now, you are gifted at this time with the blessing of a strong faith that will see you through the present challenges. So, maybe there is faith within you. If you can't feel your heart, maybe you can start to just feel the faith. Feel the faith. Faith feels like home, and home feels like resting, and resting feels like lying. That's what I'd be supplying if I want to get some true rest. I gotta remind myself I am the best when I truly listen to myself and I take care of myself. I don't know. Bye, Dustin. Thanks for letting us know that you're not gonna be here for a little bit. Maybe I won't see you for the next couple months, but I know that you'll come back. Shadowclaw, I'm reading your comments, but I am totally not here to fix you. Not here to fix you. Just gonna let you be the way that you are and send you some love. Dustin, we will miss you. We'll miss you. Aw. Yeah. Well, I don't know what to say, you know. But goodbye. Corey. I think I relate to it, to being a melodramatic fool. I think I've tried that one on before. Sometimes, aw. um, what am I supposed to say to Corey? What would I say that wouldn't be gory or sorry or confusing? What is it that you're using your body for? Did your soul want to explore the creeps and the rejection? What is it that you want out of life? And can you give it to yourself without judging yourself? Like, yeah, this is what I want in this moment, so I'll let myself have it. Can that happen? Or are the things you want too bad or wrong for this world in some way? Maybe the parts of you that want whatever it is that you think you want aren't even really you. And it's almost like you have a box around you for like your entire life, and the box has words on it, and on it it says like, I want a teddy bear, and it just says a teddy bear all around it. And for some reason, like, teddy bears are just inappropriate, you know, or like you're just in this universe where it's just like not, it's like not what you actually want, or like for some reason, but you're on this quest for the teddy bear, but you don't actually even want the teddy bear. That box has a top. You gotta open it up, come on out of it, find yourself another box to be in, run out into the field that you see. Like, sometimes as consciousness in the human form, we serve the human form. We hear our human form, and the human form says, like, I want to go to sleep. I'm tired. I need to go to sleep. Okay, like, yeah, let's go to sleep. You listen. You're in that box that says, I want to sleep. Okay, go to sleep. But I feel that sometimes we're in some kind of identity, way of being. We shed it. We get rid of it because we're like, I don't want to be that person anymore. And we just stop. So now ho on the journey, my friend. Like, on the journey. On the journey. I'm feeling like you might be just sending me song lyrics also. Is it song lyric? Does anybody here want a tarot card reading? It was noticed. I feel so angry when people think I'm ignoring them or think I'm not noticing what they're saying. I literally read all of your writing. I responded to it. There's anger in my body right now. Congratulations, you've brought some anger into my experience. I'm gonna let it go now though. And now there's humor. And it's just gonna be funny. Funny that I come on here wanting to do some tarot readings, but no one's really interested. It didn't go over my head. I've just never fucking heard that song. So I didn't know. But if you heard me, you would have heard me say, I feel like this is a song lyric. I'm gonna read tarot for the person that writes a 333 in the comments, in the chat. All you gotta do is write a 333 and I'll read the cards for you. Do you wanna know what's in the cards for you? Corey, all right, Corey. Let's see what I can say. The Wheel of Fortune in reverse. You're kind of like, it's like messed up right now, the way you're looking at it. Yeah. All the treasures are dumped out on the floor. Nothing makes any sense anymore. I am a soul. I came here to explore. But everything you've been exploring, or at least what you remind yourself of, has been breaking your heart. You don't even know how to make your favorite art. I would say press restart. Like, I'm a soul. I just got into this body today. Just got here. What do I want to do today? You've got to stop reliving your past through like your memories. It's really like sucking the life force out of you, honestly. Maybe life force isn't a word. Do you use that word ever? Yeah. Do you want me to keep going, or was that enough? Do you have any specific questions? Yeah, surprisingly accurate. Cool. Cool. Well, you didn't answer my question at all, which is super annoying, but I'm just gonna pretend like your response said, "Thank you so much for the reading. I don't have any other questions." And if you do have another question, like, tell me, but I guess I'll just close the reading now. That's like the thing with my readings. It's like I gotta know from you when I'm gonna close the reading, because otherwise I would just keep going. But yeah, reading for Corey officially closed. Thank you so much for listening and letting me pick some cards. Ari, is it possible to pull a tarot card for my son? Oh, I forgot the question, my bad, no worries. I was asking you if you had other questions, but I just kind of closed the reading because I like assumed that you just didn't have any other questions. Give me a sec to just like breathe. I need a couple deep breaths, you know? All right, picking a card. Woo! Alrighty, okay, so yeah, I can definitely pick a card for Danny. Is there like anything specific that I can ask? Is there a question? Is it just like a card for him, or like what are we thinking? have shown him many different emotions. And he is confused. There are emotions that you are allowed to feel, and there are emotions that, you know, that it's so bad if he feels them, and it's very confusing. I don't know if, and I know this is so difficult, like I can't even imagine teaching emotional intelligence to a child. Like that's probably very difficult for any parent. But yeah, I think I just want to talk about emotions really. And I don't know if you have the time or the ability to um, just read some information or find some kind of, like, I'm thinking like an online course or something about holding space for, I mean, and I think I'm seeing that Lauren does an incredible job holding space for his emotions. But I think he just gets confused when he sees and feels you in your emotions, particularly anger and frustration. And I mean, he can feel it when you're miles and miles away from him. Like, you guys have that connection. So, um, he's gonna feel you. He's gonna feel you moving through it, and it's a little confusing right now. So, and some of it I'm feeling like isn't gonna be taught with words. Like, I'm getting a vision of you just like laying with him, and like those moments where you can just lay with him, and like, you know, you're holding a storybook, or you're just laying, and like there's no other distraction, no other stimulation, like it's just presence. And you can just like hold your own heart, and he can hold his heart, and just teaching him to enjoy that like state of regulation. I teach my son to enjoy his state of regulation. And I think the goal here would be to have him attract people in his life in the future that are like regulating their nervous systems as well, and are able to like maintain that sense of calm and peace, right? Think about the type of people you want your son to be around in his future, and be that type of person like for him. And I think that will be a really great piece of motivation for yourself, and give you a lot of clarity about who you want to be. Just imagine your son is like 22 years old. Might be really hard to do that, but just try imagining he's like 25, and you are his best friend, because he's gonna compare people to you in the future without even, it's like an unconscious thing, you know. I think as humans we reach out for bonds in our adulthood that have some kind of similarity with like the bonds we had in our early years. Is like a thing that our brain and our hearts and our bodies do. But so yeah, that advice that was here in my heart is, you know, find a way to manage your anger and your emotions in a way that feels like resonant with how you would want his like best friend to be moving through his emotions. And I think you get caught up in like the dad identity, like, oh, I'm the dad, I gotta be this way, I gotta be that way. Do you want him to like be attracted to fake people all the time? Like, you just putting on like a dad persona blocks him from really getting to know who you are. And like, that's actually, I mean, I relate to that as a daughter. Like, that's one of my biggest pains as a daughter is like, I don't actually know, like, my dad. Like, he's being dad, but like, I want to know him. And I can tell, you know, I can tell he's just being who I think he wants me to be. And, you know, that could be seen as a beautiful thing. If I wanted to see it that way, I could be like, oh, that's so cool. Like, he's, you know, he's become this new, different version of himself, like for me. But, you know, there are sides of him that, like, I wish I knew better, if that makes sense. And, like, as an adult, I've gotten to know like those sides of him, and you know, I've asked him the questions that kind of like make space for that so that I can get to know him better. But yeah. So to Dan, I also want to pick from the Namaste deck as well. The blessing of creativity. The blessing of creativity. Express yourself creatively and connect with your inner child. That should be so easy with him around. Making sure he's connected with his inner child. As ideas and inspirations surface, express them without thought, censorship, or judgment. Don't try to make sense of things, just allow, just feel, just be. This is a time where all is possible. You are limited only by what you think is impossible. So there you go. And maybe Danny was like right next to you, listening with you. I probably should have like considered that, but hopefully it was perfect either way. I think this picture is super cute. I feel like Danny would love that, but maybe make some kind of plan to express some creativity as a family, like a family, like I'm getting a vision of like on the kitchen table, you just put like art paper on the table and get like colors, like markers and pens, and like you just like freely draw and like create and make it like a thing of connecting with your inner child, like all of you. Like Lauren connects with her inner child, you connect with your inner child, Danny is a child, an inner child like connection, and just draw, just paint, just create, write, dance, sing, you know, have that time to like just be. So hopefully you can remember these things that I shared, and I would love to hear from you if you try a little like creative thing, like a little creative setup. Maybe I can come over and do it with you all. That would be so fun. I could like facilitate the space, be like, we're gonna have a little creative space, and like just be in that energy of like I can do whatever I want. I want to draw or dance, drawing, dancing, writing, singing, any other forms of expression, and just like vibe. Creative space, creative time. Maybe that could be like a tradition. Saturday nights or Sunday nights or Friday nights, something like that. But yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Dan. As always, if you wanna send a gift, you can. You can call. But yeah, thank you. Thank you so much for that reading. I really appreciate being able to do that. To everybody that just came in, I just did a reading for Dan. Optional, like you can send a super chat, Venmo, Cash App, whatever you want to send is cool with me. I'm just here with my tarot cards because it's something I love to share. And I also have these blessing and divination cards, the Namaste deck by Tony Salerno. And my tarot deck is by Kathy McClellan, the Star Tarot. I'm Ari Star. Charlie sending love. Tori's gonna send some song lyrics. We're vibing. Yeah. All right. Sooth just got here. Thank you. Presley is here. Hi. Good to see you. You guys kind of like my hair? Thanks. Friday. Yeah, Friday. All right. One more reading before I go. What do you think? What do you think about that? Send a 222 and a question for your reading, and I'll get it started. Thank you so much, Dan. I just got your donation, payment, offering, gift. Thank you. 1,000 more. All right, so the last reading of the night will go to the next person that puts a 222 in the chat with a question. A question. Send in your question. And here we go. Here we go. I've got such a lucky group of people here. You're lucky. I can feel it. Can you do the reading as a rap song? Yeah. I'm capable of that. I got on my bucket hat. When do you want me to start? Tarot reading is kind of like an art to me, and I think you gotta be on a certain frequency to come into this, because I don't want to have to bend and dip around the truth, you know? I'm kind of still in my youth, and I'm like, I want things to be bright and shiny all the time, and like it's super rhymey, and like you feel the flowers, and you're like, these are the hours that I get to enjoy my life, and you're not trying to think about anything painful. Dance in the rainfall. It's time to be saneful. That's full of sanity, not vanity, but just knowing that the inside of your brain is the way that you've cultivated it to be. You know, me always working on my inner world, dusting off the flowers, showing off my powers, because I like to get to know myself, and I don't think it's selfish. I think it's just shellfish. Yeah, I really like sushi. Sushi is kind of like the best dinner I've ever had. I'm so glad you asked if I could do a rap song, you know? I hope you're following along and maybe having a little giggle. And yeah, I don't really zag, I ziggle. And I let my body do a little wiggle, yeah? And I remind myself I am alive. Every cell in my body feeling alive, because I know what it's like to feel dead. And I said, hey, I'm gonna try something else instead. I'm gonna try to be so alive that I could wake up out of bed doing the jive, doing something I truly enjoy. Being the one that can never, ever be employed. Because I want to have my joy, ownership over my joy. And yeah, should I just keep going? I could go on and on and on. Charlie somehow knows me in a way that no one else does. I really appreciate the way that you know me. It's weird in like a good way, where I'm just like, why do you know? Why do you know that it's just gonna be awesome to ask me to do like some kind of rap song? Oh my gosh, Country Kirby sent a super chat. Charlie sent a super chat. You guys, $14.98. That's really freaking great. Cause I'm full-time self-employed, you know? And lately, I've been on Indeed, you guys. I've been on Indeed today and yesterday. considered what it would be like to be a window salesperson. Yes, I would sound like window treatments. No, I can't even. I literally need to stop putting energy towards that time. Like, I manifest so fast, and like, I don't want that. I don't want that. Clear, cancel, delete. I just want to stay on YouTube, I think. Maybe. I want to find something I can do in person, though. Like, something. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. Me and Eminem, yeah. Yeah. There's another thing that I could do in person that, like, involves money coming to me, which is a possibility, which is cool. But yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm your favorite rapper. Shut up. Shut up. Stop. I have to do another rap then. I have to do another one. I gotta do another one. Wow, what? I'm really happy about the super chats. I'm like still processing that. There's so much to process right now. My heart is like, somehow I found someone right here that likes my raps. Oh my gosh. And like, okay, I'm getting this flashback right now in this moment. There's this memory of my friend Sam. She didn't know me that well, but like she was like my friend. She was like in this group of people. We were all friends. And I didn't mean to. Corey, I see your question and I am gonna answer it, okay? Let me just process this flashback also before I go into your question. Does that sound good? Like, okay, I think we're all here now. She looked at me one time and said, "You have a beautiful gift, don't give up on that." Me, internally, I'm like, what is she talking about? And do you know what we were doing right before she said that? We were listening to the song Fly by Nicki Minaj. We were in the car and I was like rapping the whole song. And the song ended and it was like kind of quiet because like the next song was coming on and like we were, you know, the radio's on. We were on our way to go to the movies and she was just like, "You have a beautiful gift. Like, don't ever give up on that." I didn't take her seriously. I was like, what is she talking about? Like that, what I just did was beautiful. What is she talking about? And then one time for my birthday, my friends had a cookie cake designed for me. It was a custom cookie cake and it had a circle of like red and white and yellow frosting and it looked like fire on the cookie cake. And they told me that I spit fire and eat fire. Like, happy birthday, you're spitting fire and eating fire. And I literally remember, like, it wasn't anything I thought about because it was just, I didn't have to think about it. I was just like doing it. Like, and I wasn't like getting on stage with a microphone. Like, it was just kind of like the way that I talked when I felt at home, I guess. But thank you again for the super chats. I'm literally honored. I have the chills right now. Somehow, I always knew that YouTube would be like good for me. I always knew it. Spinning bars, yeah. I won't put a should've. I wouldn't agree to that. I disagree because like it was perfect the way it was, you know? Gotta have that mindset sometimes. I understand though, like should have made a bar cake, yeah, but like in a serious mental health conscious way of speaking and perceiving, the should have is like a death wish. It happened so perfectly and I appreciate it. And I know that's not what you're saying, Country Kirby, but I'm just like gotta be true, you know? You're just real off the rip. Okay, so should I answer the question that Corey wrote in like rap form? That's gonna be like difficult. I used to listen to Weezer when I was in high school. I had like a playlist called 90s Alternative and I would listen to that, but it's not really my vibe anymore. I like EDM music and I like music that just like loops affirmations that I want to be. Like it'll be like, I get paid to exist. Money loves me. When I walk into my closet, it's like a princess closet. Like music that just talks about, oh, I'm so magical. I can manifest anything I want. Like, you know, music that's just like filling you up with like affirmations. I listen to a lot of music like that. Um, what is the best way to manifest freedom? I'm not gonna answer this in a rap, but I will totally do another rap after I answer this question. I want to be serious. I do. Oh, you guys, I'm speaking from my mind. I gotta let my heart speak. My heart. Okay, what is the best way to manifest freedom and keep the legacy of others in your life? I immediately do not understand what keep the legacy of others in your life means. You've got to expand on that. But I'll start with what's the best way to manifest freedom? What's the best way to manifest freedom? Okay, as Corey, you are the only like person that's gonna know how to manifest freedom. Something that I've done before that I like to do, like for example with this, I would recommend being like into your imagination and imagining that there's a person that looks, you know, this person is Corey from the future, and Corey from the future has like massive amounts of freedom. I don't think you're capable of manifesting the freedom that you want to experience yet because you don't feel safe being free to do absolutely anything and everything. You don't fully trust yourself. You think you would literally like, I don't even want to say what you think you would do. It's kind of scary. But yeah. So that's what's coming to me when I tune into that, but it could be different for you. But I recommend tuning into, you know, the future version of you and asking them questions like, how did you manifest so much freedom? And maybe since we just found that new information, if that new information resonated with you, how did you feel safe with yourself again? How did you feel safe with yourself again? That's a really good question to ask yourself. Like, how can I make sure that you feel safe? Because I think safe, for me personally, safety and freedom are like best friends. I manifested ultimate freedom in my life, and I ended up living with a emotionally abusive man, and it was like scary and dangerous and bad. And I like went to a women's shelter, and so I realized, oh, I don't want freedom to experience anything and everything in this freaking world. I want safety. I want safety and freedom, and like a safety freedom dance. And I'm not free to go anywhere I want to go in the world, and I'm happy about that. I feel happy about that. I actually like have taught myself to feel happy about that because I've realized I don't want to go to every single place I could possibly go in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think boundaries are good, you know. I'm gonna catch up with you guys. Country Kirby, how you feeling? I had a friend named Sam that told me to keep singing too. Aww, that's such a like sentimental thing to have in common. And I usually don't say people's like real names, right? Because like you're not supposed to. I mean, I think I'm not supposed to. Like I wouldn't publicly be like, oh, this person did this and their name was Jared. You know what I mean? Like, but damn, I had this feeling. I was like, I think I can just say. But wow. Aww. I wish I wasn't so embarrassed to connect with people that like knew me in the past. I'm just like embarrassed. I've changed so much. Those were such wise words, Ari. So true from the heart full of wisdom. I'm still working on like seeing myself because I literally like I felt anxious sharing some of what I just shared because it's so real, you know, and it's like last time I was that expressive, I was in a house full of rules, you know. And now I'm not in that house anymore, and it's just liberating. And then you think someone's gonna be mad or someone's gonna be annoyed about what you're saying because like that's that place, like you're touching that place again, and it's that place. It was so wrong to them, like the past people, but now you're in front of new people and you're like, maybe, well, you have to touch that place because it's like that's the place where you feel so fucking good, and you're like, I like feeling that way. The brain wants pleasure and the brain avoids pain. So it's like, what if the stream of consciousness you experience that is like the most pleasurable to yourself because it feels like you was also rejected in the past. So the space that feels the most you and the most pleasurable is also at some same time the most painful. How do you heal that? You have new experiences where you express, you heal that expression, you go back to that place that feels the most you find that stream of consciousness that you love and that you enjoy, and you're speaking it out in the wilderness. You're speaking it in your bathroom with the door closed. You're speaking it where no one but you can hear you. And when you let that expression out, you ask yourself, what do you think about that expression? And then you tell yourself, I think you're on fire right now. I think you have really great thoughts. I think you're very in touch with your heart. I think you feel really good in your body when you're speaking like that, and that matters. And you build this connection and this safety with yourself. And I tell you, when you have that connection and safety with yourself, and you know that you have access to so many different streams of consciousness, so it doesn't even really matter what you're saying because you're not even really identified with it. You're realizing it's like there's an infinite like line of roads above your head, and like there's all these cars on the roads, and the cars are your thoughts, and you could just, yeah, the box too. I know. I've got another one. Yeah. Hi Corey. Hi Mark. Wait, your name is Samuel? I've been calling you Sooth. But it's like, yeah, the thoughts are the cars, and you've got so many different roads above your head, and you could just choose. So it's like, if someone gets offended by what you say, or someone doesn't like your expression, it's like they just don't like what I randomly chose today. It's okay. And like, maybe sometimes it's not a random choice, you know? Maybe sometimes it is like really meaningful to you, and it does freaking hurt that they don't like it. But maybe that wasn't the point of it at all. Maybe you're not channeling the information you're channeling for it to be liked, for it to be, oh, so good. Maybe there's more than that. It's better to be rejected for who you are than accepted for who you are not. I love that. Yeah. Just let your heart speak. Just let your heart speak. I don't think I have to repeat that statement anymore because, you and I, we know how to explore the energy inside. We chose on a soul level to have our consciousness collide, because you and I, we need to look inside. That's how we find our vibe. And we find this vibe that makes us smile. The energy that we could drive for miles and never run out of gas, because alas, we don't need the fuel that they told us we would need to buy. Buy and buy. We're high on a different type of supply, something that no one sold to us. Yeah, no, we learned real, authentic trust. And so we see through the must, the darkness that comes before the dawn. We're not in the trauma response, fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. Our nervous systems are regulated. So we don't have to be medicated by all the stuff they want us to buy. Buy and buy. We're high on our own supply. We see the cars driving by and we just let everything be. We've found our favorite frequency and we're in it. It's great, isn't it? You don't have to be who they want you to be. You don't have to be who they want you to be. I got the idea for this username from a misspelled receipt. That's funny. Call me what you want, just don't call me late for dinner. Isn't it? It's so cool that you guys just sent super chats tonight. I love it. Does anyone else want some tarot cards before I go? I gotta go. Any questions? Anything on your mind you want to express? Anything in the heart you want to express? Maybe like next time you send a chat, you can let me know where it's coming from, like body or like heart or mind, or like where is it coming from, what you're saying, like let me know. But yeah, this was fun, super fun. I don't really want to think about someone getting booted out a window, so I kind of want to just pretend I didn't see that, you know. But yeah, it's cool to be here. I'm glad I'm here. Didn't know how the stream was gonna go. Felt like, I mean, the vibes I've been in lately, like, get back on the throne, baby. You have the wheel of the ship in your hands. You're the one that has the ability to rewrite the plans. You don't have to go by the story you've been told about what it means to be bold, about losing your passion for life as you get old. You get to be whoever you want to be in every single moment. So yeah, find your favorite frequency and hold it. Like, I love those challenges. I did this challenge one time called Joy Week, and the challenge was that you had to feel joy in every single moment of every single day for 7 days straight. It was crazy. And the biggest, it was really challenging. And the woman that was like facilitating the challenge, I paid to be at this like online spiritual boot camp, and it actually like improved my life, and like I felt like I went into like this new level and this like new version of myself. I was able to stop caring that this like dude wasn't texting me anymore. It was funny. It was actually so bad, but anyways, I'm like, I can't believe I just let myself relive that tonight. I am so sorry I just did that to you. Holy crap, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm actually so sorry. Aww. Yeah, I did not want to talk about that. I'm sorry. But anyways, Joy Week, it was epic. So, maybe you want to pick your favorite frequency, your favorite feeling, and see if you could live in it in every single moment. Maybe like 3 days, 5 days, 7 days. Let me know if you do it. Let me know if it happens. But yeah, I appreciate being surrounded by people that are conscious of how they're feeling and conscious of how they're thinking, and like people that think with intention and feel with intention. You're like, now I'm gonna feel empowered because, you know, that's how I deserve to feel, and I've got people counting on me, and like I want to be in this emotion, and like it's healthy for my body to feel this way. And you know, people that know how they want to feel while they're alive on this earth, like for the most of their time here, and choosing that. So yeah, keep choosing. Always be choosing. ABC. Um, yeah, I gotta go. That was my conclusion. If I start responding to the chat, I'm gonna be here for like 30 more minutes. I know it. So I have to honor myself first. I honor you, but I honor myself first, which really sucks, because I just want to honor the shit out of you, and I want to do it first all the time. But I tried that, and people didn't really appreciate it. And I know you would probably appreciate it, but you would probably appreciate me honoring you more if I honor myself first. So I'm gonna go. Yeah, my channel actually came into this world on May 4th. May 4th, 2020. I wanted to build a community where people could come into that community and always feel inspired. So if you felt inspired by this live stream, put an 1111 in the chat. Put some 111s in the chat. Or just say, I was inspired tonight. I don't know. But like, let me know, because that matters to me. That's what I always wanted to do. And I thought I would do it by posting workout videos and fitness videos, but I'm way too self-conscious of my body to like do that. I mean, I've done it before, but not consistently. But yeah, I feel comfortable sharing my voice though, so I appreciate you hearing it. And we've got some 111s happening. Sooth felt inspired. Country Kirby, Dan. Aw, hi Carl, you always inspire me. Okay, good. Sometimes people just say like, all I need to do is show up and you're inspired, and I'm like, great, okay, good. Because it does feel like purpose to me. Just show up and inspire people. And I think the only time I don't really inspire people is when I like try to do it. It just kind of happens, you know? But Corey is a trooper, yeah. But thank you for witnessing the conclusion of this stream. It is the conclusion. It's coming to an end. Thank you, MK. Yay, okay, cool. I did what I wanted to do. I wanted to build a community where people could come and just feel inspired while they're here. And it's happening. So I'll see you whenever we just know that we're gonna see each other and we're like, it's time, you know. Have beautiful moments. Present with this beautiful vehicle that you have. Remembering I am the one that makes my choices and my decisions. And I'm gonna feel fucking great today. Ah, and no one can stop me. No one can steal your joy. No one can make you feel inferior without your consent. Eleanor Roosevelt. Break those patterns with those feelings that keep you down, breaking the patterns with shame, breaking the patterns with guilt, anything you don't enjoy feeling. Like, break yourself out of that cycle. You're powerful. You got this. I'm breaking myself out of my own cycles. Breaking myself out of the cycle of passivity. Is that even a word? Passiveness. Checking out. I want to be here, you know? So I'm going to go be here in a new way because the stream is over. And I love you. Thank you for coming to my stream. Thank you for listening to my voice. It honestly delights me that you could look at my face and listen to my voice for as long as you did in this part of your life. And maybe, wait, delete the word maybe, because that doesn't make sense, but I'll probably see you again. Okay, it's actually over now. I'm gonna press the button soon, but I don't like abrupt goodbyes, you know, so that's why I do a whole conclusion, you know? Yeah. But yeah, the stream is like over. Gonna press the end button. I just don't want the goodbye to be so abrupt, you know? Like, bye, okay, press the button, oh, you know? Like, gotta just ease into it. Like, so yeah. Pretty much every stream, there's some kind of conclusion, you know? It ranges from like 10 minutes to 60 minutes when I'm like, okay, it's over, but I just give you a nice drawn out goodbye. So it doesn't feel like I'm abandoning you, you know? Because that would suck. And that would be very unkind. So just doing the kind thing. And it also, like, it's kind and it aligns with like my authentic self too. Feels good for me too. I'm gonna press that button though. I'm gonna press it, okay? I think I'm ready. Are you ready? I think I'm ready. I think you're ready. We're walking out of the room. We're gathering our things. We're saying, all right, thanks for coming over. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.